Welcome to Retro Row, a 2-block stretch just north of Alamitos Beach in Long Beach. This vibrant, eclectic neighborhood is home to one of the city's most unique collections of independent retailers, restaurants, vintage stores, and wine bars. Whether you're here to shop, dine, or simply hang out, Retro Row is the perfect destination to experience the city's creative energy and charm. I'm Beatrix Whipple, realtor, triathlete, sourdough baker, and your personal guide today. Join me as we explore some of my favorite local spots, connect with the people behind them, and show you why this neighborhood holds a special place in my heart. First things first, Alder Sage is one of my go-to spots for a relaxed brunch or a quick coffee break. Brunch at Alder Sage is the kind that makes you want to slow down and just enjoy the moment. The table fills up with fresh, vibrant flavors. Jadori chicken lettuce wraps with a tangy tzatziki, beets and burrata with a crispy focaccia, and the kind of rich, buttery Turkish eggs that you scoop up with thick sourdough. I'm marveling at how beautiful all of this is. I'm so happy with all this food.
We're gonna do this one? You know how I feel about beets? I feel like they taste like little balls of dirt. They do. So why, what?
They're so good though.
For you?
For drinks, the shaken mojito matcha is bright and refreshing, while the pistachio rose cold brew is smooth, nutty, and just sweet enough. It's actually really good.
Yeah, that's what I got.
It's good.
It's good, but it's cold. You didn't want cold.
Alder Sage just gets it. Good food, good coffee, and a space that feels like a neighborhood favorite. And we've got plenty more spots to check out, so let's keep going. Fun fact, the building once served as a preschool for over 40 years and holds a special place in history for Ashley from the Whipple Group. Both she and her sister attended the preschool as children. Retro Row has evolved over the decades. What began as a haven for thrift shops and creative entrepreneurs has blossomed into a cultural destination, alive with local art, inclusivity, and memorable events like Fourth Fridays. It's the perfect blend of vintage nostalgia and forward-thinking spirit. I've always said that a neighborhood's personality shines through in its small businesses, and Retro Row is brimming with personality. Next spot on Retro Row is all about cheese. We're here at Olivos, and I'm so excited to show you everything inside, because cheese is life. Today we're here with Erica from Olivos on 4th Street. And Olivos is a artisanal cheese and charcuterie shop, and I'd love to hear a little bit more about it in your words, and I'd love to hear how long you've been here, and give me a little bit of history about what was the inspiration for the shop, how long you've been here, and anything else that's relevant.
Yeah. So we've been here for 4 years now, just hit our 4-year mark. And what inspired us is pretty much the pandemic, because everything started changing during the pandemic. And I used to run a deli in Highland Park, but that wasn't just going to work out. So I had to come up with something else. And cheese is one of my other loves besides cooking. And so I had just had a kid, and I didn't want to be in a restaurant environment anymore because it's just too many hours. So my husband suggested, how about cheese, because it's you're not open as long, it's less cleaning, it's less grind, it's less work, everything. And it's still, get to keep the passion of food and sharing your love of food to people. So I thought that was a great idea.
And it has a very kind of European feel, along with a lot of these pantry items I noticed. They're all very specifically curated. It feels like it's curated in a way to really honor kind of a European, food heritage. Can you tell me a little bit about that? And how you source those?
It's everything to do with cheese. So these are all cheese accoutrements. So they won't be on the shelf unless they have something to do with going with the cheese. So just a little bit of everything, like sauces, olive oils, vinegars, pickles, wines, of course, crackers, I'm looking up, pasta, and we also make sandwiches here, so of course we have to have chips and stuff like that. This is brebis russe, means the red-headed sheep.
The red-headed sheep.
Yep. Yep, she's crazy.
Yeah, it has a bit of funk to it, and it takes you on this journey.
It takes you on a journey. That's what we say. It starts somewhere and ends somewhere else.
Very rich, creamy, buttery.
And I would say it's our second favorite overall cheese, maybe first sometimes. It just depends on what mood you're in, because as you can see, it's a completely different cheese here. This one is actually from California, woman-owned creamery. The cows do live on the place where they make the cheese. It is, they call it, the cheesemakers, they call it a Havarti meets a Gouda. But we kind of just call it Fancy Pepper Jack. This is Hey Brother Baker, HBB. He's so awesome.
They're local, right?
Yeah. So he started in the pandemic too, but he's still working out of his garage legally right now. They are doing construction, big construction happening. It's going to be around the Redondo, Anaheim area.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, I know. But right now we are selling his bread, and he works at farmers markets too right now. And this is the guy. We sell so many of these. The best affineur in France, or maybe the world. And he also makes small batch butter.
So this is butter.
This is butter.
I love butter.
Yeah, it's.
And that's what this is?
Yeah, I just wanted to show off these little cuties. We just got them. They're so cute.
Erica, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and your story, and I really appreciate you sharing all of this with us and for being here on 4th Street. I know you've been here a long time, and I love the charcuterie plates that you make. I don't know if you know this, but I have friends up in LA and Pasadena, and I've actually brought charcuterie plates from here because they can't find anything like that anywhere locally. So you're famous up there too. And thank you again. And if you are coming down to Retro Row, Olivos is a must visit. If you love cheese, if you love charcuterie, bread, anything. Sandwiches. They have incredible sandwiches. Check them out. You won't regret it. Next stop is Plantitas, where you can find everything from a tiny cacti to lush tropicals. This place is all about fostering growth, both figuratively and literally. I'm here with Kevin from Plantitas, a plant and gift shop here on Retro Row. And tell me a little bit about how Plantitas grew to be here on 4th Street and a little bit of your backstory and what was important to you about bringing Plantitas here to Retro Row.
Well, when we started Plantitas, it was a really small shop. So with this, and our vision for Plantitas was always to be a place where community or culture can be together. To celebrate who we are. And we decided to look for a beer space. And since I moved here to Long Beach, I consider Retro Row to be a hub for community. So what a better place to be at than Retro Row.
Absolutely. I think it's really cohesive with the feel of inclusivity and community. And tell me a little bit about your heritage and how that weaves into the thread of Plantitas.
Well, I was born and raised in Mexico. I was raised in a really get-together family. One of the activities I remember my grandmas, both of them doing, it was every morning wake up with a cup of coffee, a little panecito, and talking to their plants. It was every morning routine, and I mean that's how I feel like that's how it's connected. And I grew up just seeing that, and yeah. This one is a Raven CC, so if you notice, it's black. Mm-hmm. So that means you kind of need a little more light than regular CCs.
Okay, interesting.
But still a CC. Comes out green and then turns black once it matures.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah. Really cool plant. Tonias, or you can call them nerve plants because it looks like nerves, like your nerves.
And that's the same one?
Yeah, so it's the same plant, this one as well. There's just different types of them.
They're so cute.
They're really cute plants.
Plantitas is all about bringing community together. Can you tell me, do you have any collaborations or classes or education or anything exciting coming down the pipeline?
Yes, we do. So every weekend we host different workshops. Some of the workshops we host them. Some of the other workshops we have people from the community who come and host their own workshops. So we give the space to them for to create those workshops. We also collaborate with local vendors to bring their stuff, their products into the store, so that way people know what they do and who they are.
This is pottery from a local artisan.
Yes.
Can you tell us about the artisan and where they're based out of?
Her name is Beth Bowman. The brand is called Bowman Ceramics. She's literally down the street. And since we started, she's been one of our pottery makers. Her style, that's pretty much her style, like natural.
So neutral.
Raw. Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's
like,
elegant.
Yeah, pretty elegant, but also like simple, not too crazy.
What a wonderful way to highlight local businesses and artisans, and a great way to weave all of that community together in a space that's beautiful and also on a street that is so known and renowned for its community and inclusivity.
That's right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Retro Row isn't just shops and cafes, it's living art. Murals tell stories of the city's past and its bright, inclusive future. Monthly events bring everyone together to celebrate local talent. I love introducing clients to neighborhoods that feel alive and welcoming. Here, you can meet new friends while discovering hidden gems every single day. And now, for a taste of Italy, right here in Long Beach. Mangiafoglie's name nods to its authentic Neapolitan roots, but with a vegan twist. It's a must visit if you're craving Italian food here in Long Beach. So, I'm here with Daniel and Paul, the owners of Mangiafoglie, a new vegan Italian Neapolitan restaurant on Retro Row on 4th Street. And I've actually known Daniel for more than 15 years, just through Long Beach and downtown. And I'm curious, how did you two meet? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I go on a regular basis to the Ordinary, and Paul's brother Brian used to work as a chef at Beachwood Barbecue. And one night he would bring over to the patio at the Ordinary stack of pizza boxes, and he said, "Hey guys, have some pizza." So I picked like the luxurious large dark pepperoni pizza and another slice of another pizza, and it was delicious. And there was like 5 of us, and then Brian's like, "By the way, it's vegan." I was like, "What? Did I just eat vegan pepperoni pizza without realizing it was vegan?" He said, "Yeah, and my brother actually makes it, and he's looking to open a restaurant, and he's actually has a location in mind." And I said, "Okay, introduce me." And then we met, and the first time we met, we kind of clicked on a personal level, and from there, it's just been a great ride.
It was actually the food that brought you together.
Yeah, it was literally flavor.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And so Mangiafoglie loosely translates to plant eater in Italian.
Leaf eater.
Leaf eater, I'm
foglia
sorry.
Is the female, foliage is the masculine, but same. And it's essentially a term that was coined for the people of Naples. They ate a lot of vegetables. We're talking like ancient food history, like 16th, 17th century, before pasta actually even made its way up to that region. They ate a lot of vegetables. They called them leaf eaters. It's also a term that the bourgeois or the upper class would use for people who couldn't afford to indulge in eating meat. So they passed them off almost as peasants and called them leaf eaters. So knowing that we're plant-based and celebrating Southern Italy and Naples, I felt like it was meant for us.
Thank you so much for your time and for allowing us into the restaurant and telling me a little bit of your story. And this is a perfect example of the blend of rustic Italian comfort food and Southern California freshness. And it's why I love living and eating in Long Beach.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have you soon.
Everyone who knows me knows I'm all about meaningful connections. Whether it's matching clients to the perfect home or discovering the hidden gems in our local neighborhoods. Retro Row is a perfect example of what I love about Long Beach. It's full of creativity, community spirit, and some of the best places to eat, shop, and just hang out. Days like today remind me of how grateful I am to work and live in Long Beach. Here on Retro Row, every shop, every cafe, and every restaurant contributes to the story of this neighborhood. At the Whipple Group, we're all about helping people find places that resonate with their values and passions. Retro Row is proof that a neighborhood can nurture creativity, celebrate diversity, and still feel like home. I admit it, I have zero self-control around pastries and plants, but I'm okay with that. Thank you for joining me on this tour of Retro Row. I'm Beatrix Whipple, reminding you that every neighborhood has a story. It's just waiting to be discovered. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.